What's going on, guys? It's Scott Oots. Today, I am going to be answering some of the questions that were submitted to me through Instagram. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm just going to lay it all out there. I have been so bad at going through and checking all my DMs. I literally went in this morning on my drive-in, and I sent some voice messages responding to some of these people. And some of these messages were back from December.
Hey man, so apparently your message was from December 9th. So you can tell how far behind I am at answering these messages, so I apologize. Hopefully you locked up that deal. You got your first contract there. If you didn't, don't worry, it'll come. Just keep at it.
I sincerely apologize. It's just the amount of messages that come in, it takes so long. So here we are. I'm going to start doing this where we actually answer people's questions. So if you have something that you want to submit, some burning question, personal, professional, whatever it is. I'm not a therapist, but I will answer your questions to the best of my ability. So submit your questions, business or personal, through my DM or in the comments below.
King_Corso said, what do you go over in your Tuesday meetings?
Great question. So every single Tuesday, we have almost the heartbeat of the business meeting, and everybody in the company is required to be there. This meeting starts at 9 o'clock. If you arrive at 9:01, the doors close and you sit outside and you watch everybody through that glass. This meeting is so important because we sit down and we go over all of the tasks that each person had for the previous week, and they just tell us, was it accomplished or not? Now, we have very strict rules. Your tasks need to be accomplished, or we need to know why prior to the meeting starting. So all the tasks that we go through, yes, accomplish, yes, accomplish, yes, accomplish, and then we go through the outcome of those if needed. Then we go through all of our properties that are currently in escrow that have issues. We'll list the ones that are ready to close, we'll go through the ones that have issues and what we're doing to solve those issues. Now, we always have 40 to 50 properties in escrow at a time, so this does take a little bit of time to do. Ultimately, this meeting is from 9 a.m. to about 10 a.m., and we'll spend probably 30 to 40 minutes of it on the property section. And then once we have action items on every single property, then at that point we go into what needs to be accomplished for the next week, what are all the goals you have that are due by next Tuesday, and then we go around the room and just see how people are doing. This is our opportunity to get that whole team together and really just build our camaraderie together. So one whole hour, and we find everything we need to know. We walk out of that room 100% aligned and ready to go for the next week.
At Cash Buyer Matt called you a BAMF.
Badass motherfucker.
Were you ever in a situation where you thought to yourself, I have no idea what to do about this, ... Looks like no.
Oh man, Matt. Yes, multiple times a week still. And these situations are never going to go away. I mean, every time we think we know the majority of solutions, something else just literally punches us in the face and we find something, right? There's, moving into Texas, which is a new market for us, there's a lot of different things with paperwork and probates we didn't know about. We've been slapped in the face probably every single month in Texas a couple times. And we're learning as we go, but there's always something that's going to come up. We've learned how if there's a lien holder that we can't find, going through to find that person or who inherited the lien and all this kind of stuff. But there are so many curveballs in this business. But the way to think about it is if there wasn't curveballs in this business, then people would be typically selling the traditional route. I mean, people have a reason to come our direction. And sometimes they don't talk to their sisters and brothers and they need someone to mediate the situation. They inherited the house from their parents. There's so many different things that happen and we just have to figure it out as we go. And that's where I lean on other people in my network, the masterminds I'm in. I'll call some of these people and start saying, hey, have you had this happen before? And they're like, oh yeah, this has happened before, no problem. Here's what I did. And then we're able to take what they did and try to implement it into our situation. So that's the power of going to masterminds. Masterminds have helped me solve most issues in my business as they have come up, but I haven't had to take the time through my trial and error. I'm able to use what they have done as a baseline to fix my problem.
I have a question in regards to buying a city-owned property. A, B, B, C. How does the AB portion work out?
So there's a lot that actually goes into this. Every city and every county is going to be completely different on this. I've attempted to do this in the past. I was unsuccessful with the ones that I figured out, or the ones that I found, just because the city is very difficult to talk to, and that was pre-COVID. So I imagine during these times it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But we had to talk to the city attorney, and we had to figure out why is it they took the property over. There's only so much info they can give you. We asked how we submit an offer on that property. They were really forthcoming with that, but I did get the feeling that they have a specific company they work with that takes these properties, puts the work into them, and resells them. So I tried everything I could to try to get on that list and get to be the person they come to, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they've got some sweetheart deal with them or something like that. But on this side, if you can get the city to provide you a property that they've taken over, most likely you're probably going to have a hard time assigning some of it. You're probably going to have to end up closing on it with transactional funding. Anything that's going to scare them away, if they look at assignment agreements and things like that, you're probably going to have an issue. So stay on the city, keep calling them over and over again. We probably had to place 50 calls into them, if not more, to get them to call us back. We showed up at the city multiple times. So you have to be just persistent with everybody there. So hopefully you guys get that property. Hopefully it makes you a ton of money. If you need any more help, reach back out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our Q&A. Again, submit those questions. I need to have something to do. I need questions to answer. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later.